Welcome to the April Wealth Management Update. My name is Katherine Liola, President and Founder of CONCENTRIC Private Wealth. Tax season may be behind us, but that does not mean that we want to shut the door quite yet on tax season. There's a few key things that we want to do to ensure that we have a really great 2018 tax year ahead. First, in terms of organization, if you've not done it already, ensure that you're storing all of your tax-related documents in one place. That way you'll be ready to file your taxes on time early next year. When you're looking at that storage, Investor 360 is a great place to be storing these documents. If you need any help with that, please let us know and our team will be sure to set you up. If you prefer a paper medium, of course you can store that in some type of paper file, but we want to make sure that that file is put in a very safe and secure spot. In terms of looking at your taxes from 2017, it's very good to look through all contributions that you made to retirement plans, IRAs, education accounts, flexible spending accounts, health savings accounts. Were there any areas that you intended to contribute more and perhaps not contribute as much? We want to make sure that we're maximizing everything that you possibly can be maximizing, but we also need to take into account other aspects of your financial position. So this will be part of our review meetings to ensure that you are taking advantage of all of these opportunities, but also making sure that there's enough discretionary cash flow to save for large lump sum type of needs or opportunities that you have upcoming in the 2018 year. One of those needs being vacation, which we know that a lot of people have some exciting plans in store for the summer, but we also need to make sure that there's some extra cash flow. If you received a large tax refund, or if you ended up paying a large amount of taxes in for the 2017 tax year, we also want to make sure that we are taking a special look at your withholdings. You may need to adjust those. Working with your tax planner, we can identify if either those need to be changed or if perhaps it was just an off year. If your income is going to be significantly higher this year, you also may need to be paying estimated taxes for the first time if you are not paying estimated taxes already. Please note that estimated taxes at the federal level and at the state level can differ. When we're looking at your overall tax plan, what's really key is that we do want to be sensitive to the previous tax year and understand where can we improve for the year ahead, but we also want to recognize that every year often has differences. So before you make any changes, please make sure that we're engaged in a conversation first. This is also a great time of year to look towards the summer. Many kids, of course, are counting down till the end of school, and for many parents, that means that there's going to be a lot more time on hand for their kids. Whether in high school, middle school, grade school, this is a phenomenal opportunity to teach kids about money. Some things that you can consider doing: taking your kids to work with you so that they can get a sense of what you are doing as well as what your team is doing in all different capacities. For the high school age kids, you can also consider things such as yard work, babysitting, earned income jobs that are going to teach them something more about the service sector, the retail sector, also getting into more of an entrepreneurial mindset and helping them identify needs that are in the community or even within your neighborhood. For middle school age kids and elementary school age kids who might not be able to have W-2 income, there still are opportunities, whether it's acting as a mother's helper, helping pull weeds for a neighbor, or even doing things within your house that you wouldn't normally have them already do in terms of chores. We have a long list of things that you can expose your children to, as well as conversation pieces such as, why do I have to pay taxes? Or why am I not getting much back on my paycheck, especially for those high school age kids, and even some of those college kids. So please let us know if we can help you with that conversation. Moving on to the wealth management update, our focus is all on interest rates. While yes, there have still certainly been headlines on the international and domestic side that we need to pay attention to, and while there have been a lot of reports in the month of April that have been giving us a sense of the economy, our focus really is on the 10-year Treasury. And the reason being is because we've seen that interest rate tick up. In fact, it's actually gone above 3%. Now, why is that important? That is important because U.S. Federal Reserve Board has been going through more of a tightening of monetary policy. This is different compared to abroad, especially in Europe and Japan, where we've seen a little bit more of a loose monetary policy. If we see indeed that the 10-year Treasury is going to go above 3% and stay there, that's really indicating that we're having much more, while yes, a normal economy, it's much more of a restrictive interest rate environment. And this is important. So our eyes will be on that, as well as what's going on with the economy, but we also want to make sure that we're having a sense of what's going on with your own personal financial position. So if there's any changes or questions that you have, please let us know. We are here to serve you. We're CONCENTRIC Private Wealth, centered on what matters most. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great one.